This is the Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse on our 31 spooky movies of Halloween. Every now and then, a movie comes along that remembers what horror used to be. Fun! Not grim, not gritty, not obsessed with trauma or nihilism, just good, bloody, hilarious fun. And A Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse absolutely nails that vibe. Released in 2015, this movie is exactly what it says on the tin: Boy Scouts versus zombies. It's absurd, it's over the top, it's packed with jokes, gore, and heart, and it works way better than it has any right to. I was gonna go see this movie in theaters, but I was sick that day. This is one of those films that could have easily gone wrong. It could have been mean-spirited or lazy, but instead, it's genuinely charming. It's a horror comedy that manages to be both gross and gory, and yet gloriously heartfelt all at once. It's The Goonies meets Shaun of the Dead meets Porky's, only with more headshots and fewer functioning adult role models. Now, the plot follows three best friends, Ben, Carter, and Augie, who have been scouts since childhood. They're trying to balance growing up, drifting apart, and, what was that other thing? Oh yeah, surviving a full-blown zombie apocalypse. When their small town gets overrun, these three unlikely heroes put their scout training to good use, setting traps, wielding improvised weapons, and proving that being prepared isn't just a motto, it's a lifestyle. It's a save your lifestyle. Let's talk about the chemistry between the cast, because quite frankly, it's perfect. Ty Sheridan, Logan Miller, and Joey Morgan play off each other like they've been friends forever. You completely buy into their friendship. Their banter feels real, awkward, goofy, and endearing in that genuine teenage way. Even when they're not getting along, you can still buy that these three guys are friends. Every scene between them feels lived in, like we're just watching three kids who've been living with each other's crap since they were 6. Their dynamic gives the movie its heart. The zombie stuff is great, sure, but what really makes The Scout's Guide work is that you care about these characters. You want to see them make it. You want to see them patch up their friendship, save the day, and maybe, just maybe, talk to that girl they've been crushing on. It's like a John Hughes movie if John Hughes was really into dismemberment. Oh, and speaking about dismemberment, let's talk about the gore, because holy undead Scoutmaster, the effects in this movie are fantastic. For a horror comedy, Scout's Guide does not hold back. The kills are creative, they are shocking, and hilariously over the top. You have decapitations, explosions, limbs flying across the screen. It is pure splattery fun. The effects are surprisingly solid too. The zombies look gross in all the right ways, oozing, rotting, twitching piles of nastiness that still manage to look a little cartoonish at the same time, striking that perfect balance between disgusting and entertaining. And yeah, there's a little bit of CGI sprinkled in, but it's just enough to enhance the chaos without smothering it. One of the things I like most is how this movie never forgets to have fun with its gore. Every kill is a punchline, every zombie death is a setup for a joke, and the movie knows exactly when to be ridiculous and when not to be. It doesn't wink at you or try too hard, it just dives first into its own organic insanity. And the humor, guys, it's juvenile, it's base, but you know what? It's smartly juvenile and base. It walks that fine line between cruel and clever, managing to land most of its jokes while still giving us characters we actually like. It's that rare, raunchy comedy that doesn't make you hate everyone on screen. And then there's the tone, that perfectly balanced, light-hearted horror comedy energy that so few movies can pull off these days. Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse doesn't want to scare the living daylights out of you. That's not its mission. It wants to make you laugh while you squirm. It's irreverent, fast-paced, and full of those moments that make you say, "Okay, that was gross," but also kind of awesome. Director Christopher Landon, who later brought us the incredibly underrated Happy Death Day, deserves huge credit for walking that tonal tightrope. He understands that horror and comedy are not enemies, they're two sides of the same chaotic coin. You can go from laughing to cringing to cheering in the span of 20 seconds, and somehow, it all fits. Oh, the soundtrack is a blast too. Upbeat pop tracks from 10 years ago, contrasting hilariously with the carnage. It's kind of like that Zombieland trick, and it works like a charm. And I have to give a special shout out to Sarah Dumont as Denise, the incredibly BA cocktail waitress who teams up with the Scouts. She brings just the right amount of dry wit and effortless cool to the chaos. She's basically the R-rated version of the older sibling figure who keeps the kids alive and calls them out on their complete nonsense. But what really sells The Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse is that it is self-aware enough without being smug about it. It knows that it's ridiculous, but it still plays it straight when it matters. There is heart here, buried under the entrails, booby jokes, and everything else. It's a movie about friendship, bravery, and finding your courage and place in the world when that whole world's just gone to hell around you. In a sea of forgettable zombie comedies, Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse stands out because it is actually funny, it's actually gory, and it's actually good. It doesn't waste your time with fake depth or grim realism. It's here to entertain, and it absolutely succeeds. By the time the credits roll, you're grinning ear to ear. A little grossed out, a little offended, a little nostalgic, and totally satisfied. It is a horror comedy with bite. Sorry, but it's also got heart and enough charm to win over even the snobbiest of horror fans. Talking to you. So if you like your horror with a side of humor, friendship, and splattered guts, this one's for you. Oh, and also Cloris Leachman is in it, and she's amazing. And that's why you should make The Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse one of your 31 spooky movies of Halloween. I never became a scout growing up. I was put into Cub Scouts for just a little bitty while, and then I think that the whole chapter went under somehow. I don't know. All I know is they owe me 2 badges that I never got. Cub Scouts, you need to make good on that. Remember the whole honor thing? Yeah, where's your honor? Folks, down there, Patreon links. Also become a YouTube channel member. And of course, be sure to like, subscribe, comment. I don't know, always double tap and do your cardio. That was a different movie. Whatever. See you next time.